more than a game, more than a contest, it is a basketball tradition. Whenever San Beda College plays Colegio de San Juan de Letran, new chapters are written every time they face off. Round number 1 went to the blue of Colegio de San Juan de Letran, but the Red Lions eager to bounce back, and always the Red Lions bounce back strong. Will it be Colegio de San Juan de Letran or will it be San Beda College in round number 2? The Red Lions will be testing the mettle of the Knights, the battle for the top spot dito sa NCAA on Aksyon TV. Each school came in with a battle cry. Para sa Colegio de San Juan de Letran, they want title number 17. Their veterans Kevin Kent Racal, Mark Cruz, and MVP candidate Raymond Almazan came to within a win last year, but they were soundly defeated by their opponents today, San Beda College, who did a masterful job in limiting Letran in games 1 and 3. And the Red Lions are winners through and through, starring, of course, their veterans. Rome De La Rosa, Ola Adiogun, and finals MVP last year, Baser Amer, and they are leading San Beda College's Roar for 4. This could be a finals preview as we enter round number 2 of San Beda versus Letran. James Velasquez po on hand. Maraming salamat po for joining us with the big man of the panel, Coach Richard Del Rosario. The big story here, Coach Richard, with the win, Letran can clinch the top spot. But San Beda College, not a team to be taken lightly, especially with something big on the line.
You know, it doesn't really matter if you're playing for number 1 spot or if you're playing an exhibition game. Basta nagharap itong San Beda at Letran, these two teams don't like each other. And you're guaranteed top-notch action dito ngayon. And right, as you mentioned, top spot is the aim of Letran. It's their last game of the elimination round, so they're looking for win number 15. Pag panalo sila, number 1 na sila. San Beda, on the other hand, if they win here, they still have another game left in their calendar. And if they win that one also, sila naman ang magna-number 1. But if these two teams get tied at 14 wins and 4 losses, there will be a playoff for that number 1 spot.
Kaya naman nakikita natin a very tight race to get that number 1 spot in the standings. Pag-usapan muna natin ang Letran Knights as we look at their rise through the seasons. Their road to redemption. Season 88 lost 4 out of 5 games against San Beda College, and this includes the finals, of course, an emotional moment for the veterans. Pero season 89 in round number 1, Coach Boyd Fernandez was denied, and the blue of Letran flew high.
Yeah, that's why Letran is feeling good about themselves going into this game. But what's more important right now, this is their last game. This is their toughest test in the second round, facing San Beda. And looking down the road, they might face San Beda also when it comes to the finals. Yun ang inaabangan ng mga tao if their stars will align. Pero ang importante nga, going into that battle, kailangan you have to be confident. And if Letran can sweep in the elimination round against San Beda, they will be a very confident team coming into the playoff.
Nakita natin doon yung resulta ng trust ni Coach Galoy Garcia. Para naman sa San Beda College, of course, 17 NCAA titles, the winningest team in the whole of NCAA. They have a talented cast, veterans executing their offense and defense, and a lot of people still think that the road to the title will still go through Mendiola.
Well, you know, when you talk about San Beda, they're gunning for their 4th straight title. And so expectations are high. San Beda is always expected to win because of the 3 straight championships. And right now, they're looking for championship number 4. And also, they're looking for yung redemption rin. No? Gusto nila makabawi dito against Letran. You know, they did not have a good start in that first round meeting against Letran. They're looking for a good start here. And you know, they will be coming into this game focused, especially coming off a loss against Mapua.
I agree. And now let's welcome the 3rd member of our broadcast panel, Mara Aquino, for this Courtside Report.
We have a Twitter Talk topic for today, and our Twitter Talk topic is: which team will gain top seed, Letran or Beda? Huwag kalimutan gamitin ang hashtag #AripaLetran and Animo San Beda and NCAA Season 89. Tell us what your predictions are at NCAA on Aksyon TV. And this is the game you guys have all been waiting for. Letran Knights and San Beda Red Lions. Sasabak na!
Ladies and gentlemen, a very nice Monday evening from the Philoil Flying B Arena here in San Juan as we bring you the match that you've waited for among the top 2 in your Season 89 of the NCAA. Let's meet the starters first for the Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights. At power forward number 12, Jojo Belorio. Forward number 16, Kevin Racal. Center number 17, Raymond Almazan. Our forward, the off guard number 13, Ray Nambata. And at point guard number 9, Mark Cruz. The head coach of the Knights is Kaloy Garcia. And now the starting five of the three-time defending champions, San Beda Red Lions. At power forward number 18, Art De La Cruz. Forward number 19, Ron De La Rosa. Center number 10, Ola Adiogon. The off guard number 4, Yusei Koga. And at point guard number 7, Baser Amel. The head coach of the Red Lions is Teodorico Boyet Fernandez. The officials for this ball game are Maynard Williams.
You can almost sense the tension in the air as the Knights and the Red Lions take to the floor. And you're looking at the starters. Familiar five para sa Letran, Cruz, Nambatak, Almazan, Racal, and Belorio. For San Beda, a little change. Yusei Koga starting at point, along with Baseramer, Ola Adiogan, Art De La Cruz, and Ron De La Rosa. Para sa San Beda College, Coach Richard, most of their biggest wins, they led by a huge margin in that first quarter. Nung natalo sila sa Letran in that round number 1, as you look at the officials, Boy Mallorca, Molly De Luna, Mark Garcia, they were limited to just 11 points.
Well, probably that's one of the reasons why Koga is inserted into the starting lineup. Dahil nga, ang concern also is not to allow Mark Cruz to really set the tone here for Letran, and you know that's a matchup that we can look forward to.
And Ola Adiogan, Raymond Almazan getting into it at the opening tip. Here we go, San Beda versus Letran, round number 2. Amer thought about a 3. Inilapit, layup off the glass, too strong. Adiogan, putback doesn't go, and immediately Ola attacking the paint.
I can see dito si Basera Mer really disappointed with himself that he did not make that layup. So nandun yung gigil factor really sa start ng game. And you know, Amer is now matched up against Nambatak. And right now in that first play, sinubukan nila kung kayang habulin ito si Nambatak, si Basera Mer off screen.
Yes.
Good job here for Adiogo to really follow up that shot, you know, getting that offensive rebound, at least establish a tone of aggressiveness when it comes to getting rebounds.
And that's an excellent point, Coach Richard, in terms of establishing aggressiveness with Adiogon attacking the paint immediately. Kung titignan naman natin ang Letran, kung wala si Raymond Almazan, itong front line ng San Beda really towers above the Knights.
That's correct. You know, in their first meeting, maganda yung ginawa nitong starters ng Letran. As you mentioned, no, maganda yung naging start nila sa first quarter. Pero yung second unit nila, nung pumasok yung second unit of both teams, doon naman lumang etong San Beda. So let's see how the starters of San Beda will start here and you know, try to give that early lead here for their school.
De La Rosa gets it down low to Ola Adiogun, starts to back down. Ola with a spin, beautiful move inside.
Well, single coverage that time on the defensive end para dito sa Letran, and Adiogun very patient in that post move.
Koga guarding Nambatak in this half-court set. Nambatak trying to drop it off, stolen away. Lions on the run. Koga pulls back out. De La Cruz, that familiar floater, just in and out. And the Knights put some points on the board. Cruz misses the layup. And San Beda trying to run here as Amer fires the 3. That one short. Racal controls the rebound.
I don't know if there's something wrong with Almazan, pero I mean, hindi ko siya nakikita tumatakbo back on defense. You know, it's very slow and good going down the floor. I don't know kung nasaktan siya here in the early minutes.
4-0 early start para sa Red Lions. Almazan backing down on Ola, hook shot. That one halfway in. Red Lions will set things up in the half court. Handoff, balik kay Paseramer. De La Cruz, top of the key. Velorio the rebound. Letran on the run, but the Lions playing good transition defense. Velorio inside, misses the layup.
And you can see there also Almazan hanggang 3 points na siya dumating. That's why walang fast break point nangyari for Letran there. Walang kasabay itong guards ng Letran pagdating sa fast break.
The Red Lions coming out with a lot of energy here in the first quarter. 7 left to shoot. And an offensive foul.
Yeah, you can see ito si Art De La Cruz and si Jonathan Velorio. Abay, talagang yung mga chicken wings nila talagang lumalabas dito maaga pa lang. Makikita natin dito off the ball. They're really jostling for position. Ayun, yung elbow nakita.
And Jojo Velorio, who was not able to play in round number 1, could be an X factor here. He can space the floor, and he can rebound and also defend.
That's correct. Right now, San Beda doing a good job of limiting Letran to only 1 attempt per possession.
Adiogan already with 4 rebounds, his name. De La Rosa knocks down the J.
Ito na, this is the start that San Beda has been hoping for. Right now, they're up 6-0.
Cruz wants something in the half court. 0 of 5 shooting from the field. Para sa Letran. Velorio, open. That one halfway in. Here's Paseramer looking at the attack early. Koga fires away. Rebound still goes to the Red Lions. Koga. Binigay kay Adiogo, top of the key. Ola takes it closer. It's good.
And you know, that's another open look, unchallenged shot coming from San Beda. And you know, that's what we don't like to see. I know you want Ola to take outside jumpers, but you also want even a lane challenge. At least put a hand up. Hindi yung talagang parang walang abantay.
Almazan still no go from the field. 8-0, and we are almost at the halfway mark here in the first. Here's Rome. They go back down to Ola. Almost every possession, nahahawakan ni Adiogo ng bola. 3 left to shoot. De La Cruz with a step back. That one's short. Let's see what Letran will do. Cruz aggressive to the bucket, finally putting some points on the board.
You know, that's just a case of individual talent displayed there by Mark Cruz. Wala rin siyang teammate doon running with him down the floor. But broke the ice here para sa koponan ng Letran.
And you're back on Aksyon TV for more NCAA action. Kausap ko ang very focused Coach Calor Garcia kanina sa dagat bago mag-umpisa ang laro at tinanong ko, gaano ba kayo ka-confident coming into this game? Well, sinabi niya nung first meeting, they were able to limit San Beda Red Lions only to 11 points. And he hopes to come out with the same intensity. And he says their defense will play a big role in this game. James and Coach Richard?
Thank you, Mana. And Mana was referring to Coach Caloy Garcia's confidence regarding their defense. But so far here in the first, San Beda has really turned that defense into shreds.
You know, we covered that first round meeting between these two schools. And there's a big difference between the level of energy and effort na displayed by Letran in that first quarter of the first round at sa dinidisplay nila ngayon. Kanina, nakikita natin mga open looks. Mas aggressive talaga San Beda in crashing the boards and in getting down on defense. Letran used their fast break plays in that first quarter to get ahead of San Beda. Right now, guards lang ang tumatakbo para dito sa Letran and the other players are falling behind.
8-2. San Beda in the driver's seat. Cruz with a pull-up. Over Ola Adiogun.
Really fearless ito si Mark Cruz. He knows na mahihirapan talaga. Ito si Adiogun. Keep in step.
And the Knights double-teaming Adiogun on the glass. Delorio with the rebound. Delorio fumbles the ball. Almazan demanding it. Measuring Adiogun. Fires away. Misses off the glass. Almazan still nothing from the field. At over 20 points, 11 rebounds in their first meeting. And Nambata trying to double. Ito si Ola Adiogun but whistled for a foul.
San Beda really trying to establish the post presence dito ni Ola Adiogun. Earlier on, walang double teaming na nangyayari as we take a look at this looper by Mark Cruz over Adiogun. Coming out with a smile, pero on that time, ito si Adiogun naman was fouled and possession goes back to San Beda.
The San Beda play, no laughing matter para sa Letran. The Knights on the run. Cruz with a pull-up and a hot start para kay Mark Cruz.
Right now, Mark Cruz with 6 of the 8 points, or 6 total of all of the points of Letran coming from Mark Cruz.
Amer, momentarily open. Binigay kay Koga. De La Cruz drops it off. De La Rosa, reverse doesn't go. Letran with a chance to equalize or take the lead. Racal for 3. Takes the lead.
And just like that, off transition of Letran, they now get the lead. Ang San Beda, yan rin ang naging problema nila in the first round meeting, their transition defense.
A 9-0 run para sa Letran Knights. Para nagising to sa performance ni Mark Cruz. As De La Cruz misses the jumper. Another offensive rebound. Amer, that's good!
Well, as you mentioned, offensive rebounding belonging in favor of San Beda here in the first quarter.
Ray Nambata setting the table now para sa Letran. The Knights, different body language now matapos umiscore ni Mark Cruz. Early 6 points. Racal kicks it out. Cruz from long range. Way short. De La Rosa wants to slow things down. His team is up 11-9 under 3 minutes left in the first. Amer facing Nambata. Uses the De La Cruz screen. Koga gets it inside. De La Cruz floater is short, but a foul is whistled.
And that's a poor foul coming from Raymond Almazan. You know, he has the height advantage against De La Cruz. You know, you just have to challenge his shot with your hand up and change the angle of that shot. Pero sinugod niya yung offensive players that natawagan siya ng foul.
11-9. Pastor Amer and San Beda College keeping the Knights at bay here in the first. This rivalry never ends and we were fortunate enough to cover yung unang pagtatagpo ng Goleta San Juan de Letran at ng San Beda College. Letran, of course, coming out of that one, Ford Ruaya was the best player in that game. He was actually the X factor. You got the usual contributions mula dito kana Raymond Almazan, Kevin Racal, Mark Cruz. Ford was really the difference maker.
I think, if I remember right, he started that game and, you know, he was there for defensive purposes, pero hit big shots in the end because of his hustle.
Mara Aquino has a report about that. Go ahead, Mara.
Nung first meeting, San Beda was down by 18 points at one time at aminado si Coach Boyd Fernandez that he got very worried. Nasupresa din daw siya sa performance ng Letran katulad ng 8 straight points at the start of the game. Nakakapagtaka daw ang slowness na ipinakita ng Red Lions noon. Baka daw dahil naganap to sa ibang venue and the atmosphere atmosphere must have affected their mentality. But no excuses. Ngayon, he's asking the players to step up and make a comeback, to be aggressive at the start of the game. Katulad nga na pinapakita nila ngayon. James and Coach Richard.
Thank you, Mara. Of course, an excellent report about yung mindset ng San Beda College coming into this game. Of course, maliban to sa laban sa top billing, nabanggit nga natin, potentially a preview of the finals if everything goes well, as De La Cruz gets the steal at an off night in round number 1 and determined not to let that happen again. 3 points already.
Yeah, good quick hands coming from Art De La Cruz. A nice floater coming from Big Guy, showing his versatility.
Nampatak trying to go backdoor. Hindi nahanap ni Velorio. Maksure Luim in the game, running the point. Drops it off. Almazan. Stolen away. And Rakal with a recovery. Nampatak looking to be aggressive, but a little bit too much.
That's correct. You know, and sometimes you regain possession. Nakita mo nakasettle na yung defense ng kalaban. You have to set up your offense and get a better look at the basket.
And on cue, ito si Coach Caloy Garcia inserting yung kanyang X-factor nung round number 1. So look at that, Nampatak extending yung kanyang forearm. That's why he was
easy call to make, yes.
14-9, under 2 minutes remaining here in the first. And San Beda College showing a lot of grit, a lot of effort. Both teams with 3 turnovers each. Letran only had 11 turnovers in round number 1. Amer going backdoor, beautiful play but no finish.
That's very frustrating for Basera Amer. That's his second missed layup here in the first quarter.
Almazan taking Aliogon off the dribble. Nice double team by Francis Abarca. That's, I think, the 3rd or 4th steal
Yes.
from San Beda here in the first.
Well, the guards of San Beda are really very alert. Ito si Almazan, once he puts the ball down the floor and try to beat his man off the dribble, nandun kagad sila para sumunod.
Amer uses the screen. Short on that attempt. Kevin Buenaflor in the game grabs his first rebound. Luim looking for an opening. Finds Buenaflor. Fires a 3. That one halfway in.
Yeah, dami na shots ng Letran na the same type of result, no? In and out. Could have already been a factor, tie this game up, or even give the lead to Letran.
Ola Adiogo just doing an excellent job protecting those defensive boards. De La Cruz stripped for Druaya on the run. Buenaflor, 190 beat. Oh, but Adiogo erases that.
That's that's a thing of beauty if you're a San Beda fan. If you got your biggest guy on the floor sprinting down on defense, and look at him here, not giving up on this play. Nice timing and great block to prevent those fast break point.
And this San Beda crowd applauding the effort of their star center. Last shot time para sa Letran. And Luim immediately fouled by Ivan Ludovice.
Yeah, they had fouls to give. That's why he was instructed to give up a foul.
Rakal trying to escape. Buenaflor gets the inbound. And another foul given up wisely by San Beda College.
Leaves Letran with 6 seconds to execute.
Buenaflor, 4 left to shoot. Pulls up. Too strong on that one. And the first quarter ending 14-9. A stark difference from when the Knights faced the Lions in round number 1. You know, we revisit the history. Of course, the big difference, Kaloy Loizaga, Ola Adiogan, I'm sure making him proud. Abby King would like to see some more from Art De La Cruz. Borgie Hermida, of course, a mentor of Basera Amer, and those Red Lions proud of this current crop of Red Lions with the lead against Letran, 14-9. Lions and the Knights, round 2. The rivalry never stops. San Beda College versus Letran. And you are getting the usual numbers and contributions from guys like Ola Adiogun and Mark Cruz for Letran. Basera Mero also knocking down that shot earlier. And Coach Richard, what did you like from San Beda College in that first quarter?
Well, their aggressiveness right off the bat. Not only in attacking the basket, they were going for layup. They tried to establish si Adiogun at the post. And also their rebounding, they got a lot of offensive rebound and second chance opportunities, and that's why they set the tone in this game. I'm sure that was the concern of Coach Boyd Fernandez in first quarter.
As we look at our Chippy category of the game, dapat all out to support the Red Army of San Beda College. Lumalabang umahabol, tuloy pa rin ang cheer. Siyempre, di dapat nawawala favorite snap ng Barkada. Chippy, kind of bonding, Chippy. Luib with that flyby move, but couldn't knock down the jumper. Second quarter underway. Maraming salamat po for joining us. James Velasquez with Coach Richard Del Rosario, Mara Aquino at courtside. Your crew for today's game. Bola still on the floor. Attacks Publico. No problem at all.
Well, that's just too deep inside the paint para dito kay Adiogun. And he had a smaller guy setting a screen, kaya hindi pwede mag-switch yung defense. But right now, it has to be more of team defense pa rin sa Letran. Nobody can stop Adiogun one-on-one.
And with Almazan on the bench, itong San Beda's Luib tries to float in that one. Would you say an advantage goes to San Beda when it comes a grinded out half-court game?
Yes, and especially nga, as you mentioned, wala sila talagang shot blocker inside. Talking about Letran dahil wala nga si Almazan on the floor. It gives San Beda a different look and a lot more confidence in trying to attack the basket.
3 left to shoot. De La Rosa with a spin move. Back irons that one. But a foul is called on the rebound play for Druaya, trying his darndest best to keep 6'5" David Semerad out of the paint.
Yes, that's correct, and he was face guarding itong si Semerad and he hooked his forearm kaya siya natawagan ng foul. And right now, pumasok rin si Pascual for Adiogun.
Still a very big lineup with David Semerad, Kyle Pascual in the paint. Both players 6'4", 6'5". Abarcar fires away. Misses that one wide right, and ball goes back to the Knights. 16-9, San Beda with a strong start. Adjustments that you would like to see, Coach Richard, on part of Letran?
Well, right now, they're really executing well. And they had good looks. Maganda naman yung mga naging shot selection. Problema lang, hindi lang talaga pumapasok pa yung tira nila. They just have to be more patient in their execution, and their shots will be falling one way or another in the next plays.
And Raal with a rare field goal. Finally, breaking the silence para sa Knights. 5-point game. Man-to-man defense, pinapakita ng Letran. Kyle Pascual. That's his shot, but no go that time.
See the big difference pag wala si Adiogun, the other big guys of San Beda, getting their shots from outside the paint, which really negates their advantage. And sabi mo nga, malaki yung lineup nila ngayon, but they're not going to the strengths of their game, which is inside the paint.
Si Raal recognizing now, teka, wala si Ola. So
Oo.
I can take it to the basket now.
Correct. Oh.
The Knights moving the ball around. San Beda playing his own. Raal with a step back. David Semerad up high to clear the board. Look at San Beda, Coach Richard, just patiently executing in their half-court set.
That's correct. And they're very patient with their offense, and they feel confident that once they execute, they can get a good shot. And yung
Hard foul given up to a driving Francis Abarcar.
they had 2 seconds left in the shot clock. You have to stay disciplined and staying in front of your man. Ayun yung isang bump. Ito yung pangalawang bump. At medyo minasahe pa ng konti. So, yan.
Again, if San Beda is not scoring or getting offensive rebounds, the Red Lions are getting to the line.
That's correct, and yun nga, kasi nga, they're not settling for jump shots. Well, although once in a while, nakikita natin, it was the big men pa na tumitira sa labas. But all their guards, from Pasera Mer kanina, at ito na nga si Abarca, they're trying to attack the basket. Wala si Almazan dyan. So, mas wider tignan yung lane na yun.
18-11, San Beda with the lead. John Tambeling in the game now. And immediately attacking the defense of Ivan Ludovice.
Right now, itong San Beda, under a ball screen defense, they're trying to force baseline, and that's something that Letran really has to recognize.
3 fouls already para kay Ivan Ludovice, kaya papalitan agad siya ni Baseramer. 3 minutes gone by here in the second. The Red Lions looking good so far. Letran still looking for their rhythm. Publico, floater, misses. And even the guards of San Beda are crashing the boards.
Yes.
Fearless drive, wild finish doesn't go for Abarcar. Ford Ruaya trying to seal inside David Semeran. Whistled for the foul.
Yeah, that's not a foul that you'd like to see if you're Boyan Fernandez kasi nakasettle na naman yung defense nyo. Eto, no, just stay disciplined. You don't need to grab and hold. Ito, babalik na si Almazan para sa kupunan ni Coach Kaloy Garcia.
And ceasefire will be called on the floor. San Beda College in the lead, 18-11. They may not be big in the size, but they're a huge reason bakit nasa top ng standing sa kanilang mga kupanan. Mark Cruz and Baseramer, as we look at the season averages, Mark Cruz just really the head of the snake para di sa Letran Knights. Baseramer, the orchestrator para naman sa San Beda College.
Okay, hindi lang sila mga facilitators, but they are the creators on offense for their respective teams. As you take a look at their numbers, not only in scoring, but also in rebounding, maganda yung nagiging contribution nila. You know, they're usually the point guards are the leaders of their team, and their team goes as a point guard goes.
And Mara Aquino has a report about that. Let's listen in.
Baseramer, share with me bago mag-umpisa ang laban na talagang kinakabahan siya ngayon, overwhelming with excitement and nervousness. Unang-una dahil Letran ng kalaban at marami daw siyang kinoconsider na all-star players. Katulad nila Mark Cruz, Jonathan Velorio, Ray Nambata, Kevin Racal at Raymond Almazan. Pangalawa, dahil school pride ang nakasalalay, he feels very pressured. Usually daw, once nasa loob ng court, nawawala ang kaba and he gets in the zone. Ang gusto lang niyang itatak sa kanyang isip is for that #1 spot for the Red Lions. James and Coach Richard?
Maraming salamat, Mara. You know, some players really get up for certain games. And I know Baseramer prepares his best for every game, but especially since this is Letran and there are big stakes on the line.
You know, sometimes pag sobra naman ang giggle mo, it will backfire on you, no? And that was very evident dun sa dalawang missed layups ni Baseramer kanina. And after missing those layups, parang talagang galit na galit siya sa sarili niya. He really needs to just settle down. You know, he's a very talented player, lots of skills. You know, pag sobra naman ang giggle mo and you try to overcompensate, it will backfire, it will hurt your team. So right now, one of the leaders, you know you will get your looks, but sometimes you have to pick your spots and, you know, take better judgments on the floor.
Kailangan mahalagang paalala mo sa coach yung, bro, easy na.
Yes.
Amer sets up David Semeran, knocks it down from the baseline.
See, if you can't get points on the board, you can be the facilitator. Nice assist there from Baseramer para dito kay David Semeran.
Almost at the halfway mark, San Beda still in the driver's seat. Almazan swings it over, Tambeling for 3. And the outside shot, not kind to Letran tonight.
That's correct, you know, but right now they're down by 9 points. More importantly for them is trying to make some stops para hindi makitong lamang lang sa San Beda.
This is also the biggest lead of the Red Lions. Rakal wanting to rectify that. Here's Kevin all the way for two.
Good anticipation on that pass on the screener play of San Beda for Kevin Rakal, and he rewards himself with that layup.
Napapalakpak sa sideline si Coach Caloy Garcia kasi finally, naka-fast break point itong Letran Knights. Amarcar using the Kyle Pascual screen. Pick and pop option not there. Amer. Too strong on the three. Tambeling up high for the board. Tambeling will pull up. Knocks that one down.
That's a very confident shot from Tambeling. Transition, three-point shot. But bakit siya kumpiyansa? Kasi nakita niya, nandun si Albasan inside the paint for a possible offensive rebound. That's just too tight for Tambeling, no? Masyadong tight yung pagbantay niya dito kay Barcar, and you know, he will be left behind pag ganun kadikit. And especially if that's he's way up on the floor like that.
But the body language ito si Sean Tambeling, that is proof na itong Letran wants to ratchet up the intensity defensively.
That's correct, but you don't want it to get to early foul trouble or early penalty. That would really negate your aggressiveness. It talaga malilimit your aggressiveness on the floor.
Amarcaro on the attack, blocked up top by Almazan. On Diogo inside for the putback. Again, the Ola factor, huge for San Beda College.
Well, because he's being guarded by Almazan, and Almazan is a natural helper, and that would open up offensive rebounds para dito kay Diogo.
Pinasa kay referee Boy Mallorca. Amer turns it to 2 points.
Right now, yun na nga, Amer finally getting a layup. Probably right now, after na sinabsa ni Coach Boy Fernandez, mas nag-settle down na yung energy na, hindi na ganun kalakas, at kanina na-overshot na yung mga tira niya.
Here's Gabawan, powerful drive. Too strong on the finish. But referees say last touch on the Red Lions.
Only 4 seconds titira dito sa shot clock ng Letran.
Coach Boyet Fernandez really emotional at the sideline. He wants his boys to win back. Cruz. Almazan up high for it, but Ola comes out of the scrum. And Ola Ariogan already with a double-double, 10 points and 10 rebounds, and just here in the first half. David on the baseline, that one halfway in. Mendoza inside, Ola again!
Big guys of San Beda really doing a good job of crashing the boards. Every time a shot is taken here, talaga nandun sila for possible offensive rebounds. That's one thing Coach Caloy will be talking about at the halftime break.
And it is obvious that San Beda College really wants the Letran to challenge them in the half court. As they get the steal. 3-on-2 break. Amer with a pull-up. Misses. And JP Mendoza, Sean Tambeling entangled on that side of the floor.
Nakikita mo naman talaga, every time naghaharap itong Letran at San Beda, imposibleng walang physical, imposibleng walang tulakan. Every possession that happens. And right now, JP Mendoza coming off the bench, talagang sobrang yung energy rin niya. But sometimes he has to contain his emotions and try to play smart basketball.
26-16. Again, the biggest lead para dito sa San Beda College. The Letran Knights here in the first half have been dumbfounded, looking for ways to solve that puzzle that is Ola Adiogon inside.
Adiogon really hindi naman siya yung parang primary option sa offense. Most of his points are really coming from putbacks or second chance opportunities.
Then he misses the first as we look at the master move of the game. Kevin Kentracal turning defense into offense. Get that oil-free look with a new Master Facial Wash with Cooling Zero Oil that helps control oil for up to 8 hours so you can put your game face on. Betting good on the second free throw. The Letran fans looking for something to cheer for. Their team still trailing 17-26 here in the second quarter. there are some guys who are just tall and talented, and we are looking at two of the best in the NCAA today. Raymond Almazana going up against Ola Adiogun. You look at the numbers, both of them averaging double-doubles, and both of them really terrors on the defensive end of the floor. But here in the first half, ito si Almazan has been getting beat so far, and Ola Adiogun already with a monster 10 and 11 game with 1 block.
Well, more than the points of Almazan, concerned ka dito doon sa rebounds niya, no? 2 rebounds only so far in this game, and he's averaging almost 15 rebounds a game, leading the league in rebounding and in shot blocks. You know, hindi talaga yung offense talaga hihingi mo dito kay Raymond Almazan because he can get his offense from offensive rebounds and putbacks. Ganun ang ginagawa ngayon ni Ola Adiogun. So really, it's more of how the guards will contain their men on offense para hindi masyadong humelp itong si Raymond Almazan.
Man-to-man defense para sa Letran Knights. 8 left to shoot. Amer fires away from 3. Battle for the rebound. Makukuha ni David Semerad who puts it back. The size factor of the Red Lions blatantly obvious here in the first half.
It's really just rebounding is all about aggressiveness in getting to a spot and really fighting for those loose balls. And right now, mas aggressive lang ito San Beda when it comes to rebounding.
Cruz driving baseline. And Fidel Castro caught stepping out of bounds.
You know, itong offense ng Letran is being disrupted by that baseline push of San Beda. Kasi yung baseline push, it allows Adiogun to stay near the basket to try and intimidate the guards. At the same time, pag pinadaan kasi nila sa gitna, Adiogun will be forced to show out away from the basket. So that's the one thing that Letran should talk about at halftime.
Amer looking to dance with the defense. Floats it up. Too strong again. Foul is going to be whistled against Ola Adiogun.
You know, just the frustration of Baser Amer. You know, every miss, you know, na nakukuha niya dito, talagang right now he just slapped the ball after that missed layup again. You know, you can see the frustration in his face, pero sometimes he's just thinking about it too much. You know, as long as it's a good shot, kahit umintis mo yan, you know, you're a good player. Mamayang konti, papasok rin yan if you just stay patient.
Well, obviously, Baser still smarting from that round number 1 loss. Kaya naman siguro, he's trying to compensate for what happened there. Parang gagawa na ako ngayon.
Not only that, they lost to Mapua prior to this game.
Yes.
So that's a big loss for them. Unexpected loss. And right now, yun nga, pero sometimes you just have to trust your system. You have to trust your teammates. As we think of the rebounding, being dominated here by San Beda so far.
And 11 of those, or 12 of those, kay Ola Adiogun. 28-18 lead. David Semerad, same spot, different result. And look at San Beda immediately running back on defense. Pinoprotect na nila yung fast break ng Letran.
That's correct. Kasi yun ang ginamit sa kanila ng Letran the last time.
Almazan, hook shot, short. And David Semerad doing a good job rebounding that basketball. San Beda almost exclusively going into the half-court set, but an offensive foul is whistled. Magsashuffle na tao dito si Coach Boyan Fernandez as another foul is whistled on Ola, sending in Art de la Cruz Calpascual.
Oo, dahil he pushed off dun sa nag-rotate na defender sa kanya as he was diving down to the basket. Ito si Art de la Cruz pumasok na ulit para sa San Beda.
Sabi ni Ola, malaki ako eh. Kung manipis yung pumapantay sa akin.
Sagasaan na lang niya. Pero ito, turnover again para dito sa Letran.
And those are starting to really hurt them dito sa ating first half. Paalala lang natin, 11 turnovers lang sila. Noong una sila nagtapat. Amer, wide open. Still no go. Kyle Pascual recovers. Koga will fire. Still no go. And San Beda trying to go for the outside shot. Fortunately, nakakakuha sila ng offensive rebound.
And even without Adiogun on the floor, Pascual getting those offensive rebounds, long rebounds going to San Beda.
8 left to shoot. Koga will fire. Still misses. Almazan recovers and fouled by JP Mendoza.
Really not a good foul once again. Bakit? Kasi ang nagdadala ng bola si Almazan. You know, why will you reach in sa sentro, sa big man, sa backcourt. All you have to do is sprint down the floor. Let him bring the ball down. And let him be a point guard. Well, let's see, ito. Crucial dito para kay Almasan to really try to get his confidence. Pero kailangan yatang ma-enroll muna sa eskwelahan.
I was about to say that.
Yes.
And that sends the San Beda faithful into a frenzy trying to rattle
Pero
Almazan.
James, kanino pa sinasabi sa'yo, start pa lang ng game, parang iba yung energy level ito si Raymond. No? Parang pagod siya kagad kanina. I was observing him running down, up and down the floor. Tapos that's also a sign of fatigue. Yung short to sa free throw na yun.
A split from the stripe. 90 to 28. Deficit na hinaharap ng Letran. Koga, bounce pass. And stolen away. Active hands by Jamil Gabawan. Last shot time para sa Letran Knights. Hopeful that they can trim this deficit before the end of the first half. Cruz pulls up. Too strong. And a foul called on the battle for the board.
Oh, and Pascual naman trying to box out into si Almazan. Held him down with both hands. Penalty na, so that's a bad break for San Beda. Good break here para sa Letran to put some points on the board. And you know, 2.3 seconds remaining. With all the struggles of Letran, pag mapasok to ni Raymond Almazan, they'll still be in a good position going to the halftime break.
And you mentioned it, Coach Richard, struggles ng Letran. Defense of San Beda equals just 19 points. And still 19 points because of that miss.
That's correct. Letran just scored 9 points in the first quarter.
Just 10 here in the second. And the first half in the books. 28 to 19. San Beda College in solid control of the Letran Knights. But if you know Coach Caloy Garcia, he will have something to say for his squad. Still in good position as we look at the former Knights and Red Lions. Their history still continues. The players change, the game remains the same. The rivalry never ends. San Beda College versus Letran. We will break down the half with Coach Richard Del Rosario in just a moment.
On your screen are the San Beda Red Corps dancing and cheering away to celebrate their lead. My name is Mara Aquino at nandito na tayo sa halftime ng laban ng San Beda Red Lions and Letran Knights. It is now 28-19 with San Beda leading by 9 points. At ngayon naman, meron kaming Twitter Talk topic na tinanong sa inyo. Our Twitter Talk topic for today is, who will grab the top seed? San Beda or Letran with the hashtag Arriba Letran, Animo San Beda, and NCAA 89. At dahil dyan, meron kami mga pinili na fans sa NCAA on Aksyon TV, Twitter, and Facebook website para naman ma-express ang kanilang opinion. Ang first tweet natin ay galing kay JC Recinto. JC, I must say, ikaw ata ang pinaka-dedicated na Twitter followers namin, ha? Sabi niya, SBC will grab that top spot. They were wounded last game, and wounded Lions are very dangerous. Tama ka dyan, pag gutom nga talagang manalo, gagawin lahat. At pinapakita nila yon. Ang second tweet natin ay galing kay Edwin. That time, sabi niya, Intramuros Caballeros will not allow the Lions to roar again. Arriba Letran beat San Beda. Well, napaka-importante ang larong ito para sa mga Letran Knights dahil ito ang huling laro nila. Kaya nga, kailangan talaga manalo para makuha yung top seed na yan. Ang third tweet natin ay galing kay Wally Bautista. Sabi ni Wally, iba ang pag-level up ng teamwork ng Letran. Without a doubt, sa Knights ang number 1. Let's see how it turns out to see if they keep that number 1 spot. Ang fourth tweet natin ay galing kay Richard Carom. Hi Richard, sabi ni Richard, it's definitely San Beda. Champions do bounce back. There will be no second serving for Letran. Napatunayan talaga ng San Beda na sila ay totoong champions. At napatunayan nila ngayon na kahit hindi sila nanalo last game, babawi pa rin sila. Huwag niyo kalimutan to send us your comments and show your school support at NCAA on Action TV. We love to get your tweets and we'd love for all you guys to send us what you think about your team at sa laban nila ngayon. At ngayon naman dito sa San Juan Arena, punong-puno tayo dito. It's a full crowd. Maraming support ang pinapakita ng mga taga Red Lions at ng mga taga Letran Knights. At dahil dyan, naghata kami ng mga fans dito. Cheer naman dyan, guys! So, start muna tayo sa San Beda. Gaano ka-importante ang larong ito para sa inyo?
It's very important for us kasi syempre, we want to win. It's like for me, it's my senior year and I want to enjoy the party so bad. And as you can see, we're leading and I'm very happy with it.
Tama yan. Ay, ikaw naman, kung may pipiliin ka na isang tao that will shine for this game, sino naman yon?
Syempre yung kuya ko, si Ivan Ludovice na. Tsaka basta alam ko naman magbabounce back talaga yung beda dito eh.
At isa naman, napaka-energetic cheer naman para ipakita nyo ang supportan nyo para sa mga Red Lions. Alright, 1, 2, 3.
We are the Lions, the mighty, mighty Lions. Go San Beda fight!
At punta naman tayo sa side ng Letran Knights. Alright, so, masaya ba kayo sa performance ng Letran Knights ngayon sa first half?
So far naman po ako.
At anong gagawin mo kapag nanalo ang mga Letran Knights ngayon?
Siyempre po magiging happy kami kasi we know na magiging top seed po kami coming into the playoffs sa semifinals.
At ikaw naman, kung pipili ka ng isang player na gusto mo talaga magpakitang gilas that will shine and represent the Knights, who will that be?
Siyempre si Raymond Almasan po, siyempre siya po yung best defensive player of Letran and kapag maganda po yung laro niya, nadadala niya po yung buong team towards the win.
Oh, yung San Beda, napakita nila ang kanilang energetic cheer. Kayo naman, mga kabalyeros, ipakita nyo. 1, 2, 3, go!
Team San Beda, arriba Letran! Team San Beda, arriba Letran! Team San Beda, arriba Letran!
Lahat dito sa San Juan Arena, excited na makita kung ano ang resulta sa larong ito. Don't go anywhere, halftime analysis when we get back.
Basketball tradition that is San Beda versus Letran, the Red Lions with a lead 28-19. You are looking at round number 2 of the Red Lions versus the Knights. Maraming salamat po for joining us here at the half with Coach Richard Del Rosario. We talked about this affair being a grinded out one, and advantage because of their size could go to the Red Lions. At pinakita nga nila yun in the first half.
You know, both teams really not shooting well from the field. Ang naging difference lang is really the offensive rebounding dito ng San Beda in the first half, and that gave them a lot of second chance points, a lot of second chance opportunities, and of course nagsastruggle pa nga itong mga big men ng Letran. On the other hand, Adiogan already with 12 points and 12 rebounds, and that's been a big difference.
Let's look at the highlights so far na napanood natin here in the first quarter. Nakita natin dito Ola Adeogun. What a blistering start for him and the Red Lions. If he was not posting up, most of his points galing pa sa mga putback.
That's correct, you know, but itong San Beda really wanted to establish itong si Adiogun. Give him the confidence, give him the ball early in the game para nga masakin yung defense dito ng Letran inside and try to force them to help. That would enable guards like Macera Mer at saka sila Barcar to really connect from the outside.
And ito nga, they stayed relentless despite the effort of the Letran Knights. Ola Adeogun just a beast inside. Sinubukan naman bumawi ng Letran, but those turnovers really hurt them. It led to easy points by Baseramera and company.
Because the way San Beda is playing defense, they're forcing baseline. And it really takes Letran out of their half-court execution. And that's why ngayon, I'm sure Coach Caloy has already mapped out an offensive game plan to counter that defensive strategy of San Beda. Dito, as we take a look at the numbers, as I mentioned, both teams not shooting very well, below 30% from the field. But the difference here, more possessions here for San Beda because of that 32 rebounds, 12 offensive rebounds for them. And that translated to 9 second chance points. Assist department, mas ginagalaw dito ng San Beda yung bola kesa sa Letran. Letran, especially at the start of the game, most of their points, first 6 points coming from Mark Cruz, mostly on one-on-one plays. That's why Letran really has to get some ball movement off that baseline push na ginagawa dito na San Beda.
This is looking like familiar dun sa rebounding battle in round number 1 as you look at the leading scorers of the game. Ola Adeogun already with 12. Kevin Kentracal with 7 leading the way para sa Letran. And itong si Raymond Almazan still absent with just 1 point in that first half.
Yun na nga pero I'm not really looking for the points para dito kay Almazan. I'm more concerned about his rebounding and how it can intimidate itong defense ng Beda.
As you look at the Ray Guevara, former Letran Knight, Paul Lee, yung girlfriend niya yung taga-Letran. Alam naman natin si Paul Lee, Bo Belga in the house.
Oh, mga players yan ng Jeffrey Carriazo. Siyempre, kasama ko naman yan sa Sandvik Coffee. And yung kanina, mga taga Rain or Shine naman, supporting yung kanilang assistant coach sa Rain or Shine, Coach Caloy Garcia.
Coach Jeff Carriazo, the Jet, just really present wherever basketball is happening.
Oh, yes.
Third quarter underway, and Art De La Cruz opens it with a shot down the middle.
Again, itong San Beda really attacking the basket. Going for higher percentage shots, and so far they have been successful.
The outside shot also unkind sa San Beda, but fortunately, yung kanilang mga inside incursions have been doing really well. And again, one-shot opportunities for the Letran Knights.
Yeah, yun na nga na-mention natin, no? Itong San Beda, really, as they control the boards, they give them more possessions and limit the scoring opportunities of Letran.
Almazan and Adeogun getting entangled, but Almazan poking the ball away. Velorio fires it up to Racal. Handoff, Mark Cruz. Looking to post up, Yusei Koga fades away. Almazan, almost an offensive rebound. Yes, it goes on a bata. Letran now wanting to establish Almazan. Puts it up, bothered by the defense of big Ola Adeogun.
Mahirapan ka talaga, to try and shoot over itong si Adeogun. One-on-one.
And still those lapses on defense, allowing San Beda to establish its biggest lead, 32-19. You mentioned, Coach Richard, yung difference between si Ola Adeogun. As you look at this layup by Rome De La Rosa, you mentioned yung difference nila, especially defensively. Ola Adeogun is really a post defender. Samantala si Almazan naman, usually helper.
Yun na nga Probably what Letran can do here is for their guys to really try and do some basket penetrations to help, but to force itong si Adeogun to help, and that doon malilibre ito si Almazan. Once magkaroon ng guard penetration, Adeogun is there to help, and they can find Almazan on those drop passes.
Finally, the first field goal of Raymond Almazan. Man-to-man defense by the Knights. De La Rosa wants a clear out. Drives right, attacking Almazan, blocked up top. Cruz trying to rush back, but Amer is there waiting for him. Cruz drops it off. Almazan spins away from the defense. Back-to-back hits for Almazan.
Eto, counter fast break agad dito para sa San Beda.
Unfortunately, Koga could not convert. Some signs of life mula sa Letran crowd. Cruz floats it up. That's good!
Well guys, sabi natin, guard penetration will be crucial here para dito sa Letran. And right now, Mark Cruz doing just that exactly.
8 points in the game for little Mark Cruz. Small man, big heart, 6-0 run para sa Letran Knights. Adiogon inside, immediately fouled